Hey guys, welcome to the Get Creative podcast. I've got my friend Fatou Ndoye with us today. Her pronunciation of her name trips me up a little bit, but her first name, Fatou, super easy. She's been my friend for over, I'd say, a year. Got to hang out with her whole entire family in Montana. We had such a blast. By the way, I was wearing my cowboy hat this morning. I switched it out for the podcast. I should have worn the cowboy hat, but it would have made you feel like you need to get back up to Montana. Anyway,
We
Fatou
do.
is going to be talking about a Gator deal today and a deal that she's done with other members in our community. So Fatou, tell me a story today. Tell me what's going on.
Oh my God, it's so good. Um, there's this girl in the community. She posted that, she's approaching her 1 year in SubTo and she hasn't closed the deal. And what caught me was that she said the last deal she couldn't find $7,000 fast enough to close. That's how she lost the deal. That's why she hasn't closed any deals yet. So I felt really bad, wanted to encourage her because I've been there too. Like, you've been here for a while and then you just want to close, you want to take action and close deals. So I was like, I'm sorry to hear this, but next time that you need 7K fast enough, let me know. I can help you. So it's so funny because we connected offline after that. And she told me it's so funny because her family lives very close to where I live in New York. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm from there. My family still lives there." So we just connected. She didn't have any deals yet, and this was like maybe on a, I would say Friday. We chatted a little bit, and on Saturday night, I just got a message. Hey, I need 5K by Monday. I have an opportunity and I need this funded by Monday. And I'm like, yeah, it's go time. I told you I can do it, right? So I was like, no worries, send me all the information. So she sent all the paperwork, and the sweetest part about the deal was that there was a total of 5 SubTo students involved. So
No.
it was so good. The wholesalers in SubTo, me and my partner in SubTo, and we also Gator, but we all SubTo. So it was kind of like a family reunion. It was really
Yes.
it was awesome. Everybody made money and everybody was happy, and her and her partner got to close on this awesome
Was she the
transitional
wholesaler?
housing. Huh?
Was she the wholesaler or the buyer?
No, she was a buyer. It's so funny. I thought she was going to be a wholesaler, but she turned out to be the buyer on the deal. And I
Okay,
didn't know
so
that until
you had
after.
a sub two community member and a partner, their partner, that were wholesaling the deal to her. She has a partner as well, or no?
We just finished a YouTube video, which is why I'm interrupting this YouTube video. We were talking about how all the ways that a Gator makes money in a real estate transaction. Look at all these ways. If you're trying to get started in real estate and you don't want to be the person cold calling and finding the deals and you go, man, I just want to sit back and give money to other people's transactions. Well, joining Gator, you're going to get corporate credit, access to capital, and access to my money. You'll never have to use any of your own money if you don't want to joining Gator. So if you want to get started making money on all these types of transactions, go to joingatortribe.com.
No, it was her and her partner were trying to buy the deal, and they were getting it from a wholesaler who's in SubTo. It's a creative deal, um, so which is awesome in North Carolina. So the wholesalers in SubTo, her partner and herself, they're in SubTo also. So she brought me the deal like Saturday night, and I
Mm.
thought she was a wholesaler. I didn't know the whole backstory about it. But I connected with her, and I wanted her to close something because she was getting that feeling like I need something, and she really wanted the deal. So what we did was, I'm like, send me all the paperwork. This is like a Saturday night. Send me all the paperwork, and then we'll go from there. I can help you. So she sent me all the paperwork, and then I connected with a more experienced person than I am to look over the paperwork with me. And we caught like, little details, because what happened was that she reached out to the wholesaler before and they told her the deal was not available.
Mm.
Yeah, so she didn't, that's why she never said anything about it. And then all of a sudden the wholesaler was like, "Are you still interested?" The buyer fell through. She's like, "Yes, I am." And then that's how like everything turned out to be like very quick. It was just like the deal is available and closing is on the it was supposed to be on the March 5th, but they pushed it 4 days to March 9th. I mean February 9th. With February. This is like last month.
Okay,
So
cool.
she reached out Saturday. She's like, "I got the deal. I need this funded on Monday." And I'm like,
What
"Send
did she need the
everything."
five? What did she need the $5,000 for? Like just for the earnest money?
Yeah.
Okay. And she needed the earnest money, $5,000. She needed it by Monday.
Yeah.
Your agreement with her was that you would get your money back, your $5,000 back within how much time frame?
Closing was set to be the 9th.
Oh, so like
Yeah, she reached
4
out.
days.
Saturday was like January 27.
Okay, so you had 10 days.
Basically, it was like one of the fastest things that
Okay,
it
and
was super fast.
how much did you make on the deal?
1750 together.
I love it. Okay, cool. So you guys it was $5,000 for a $1,750 return, which is, ooh, I want to do the math on this. Check
In
this
10
out.
days. I think it was 35%.
Okay, it's 35% on that money. But if you look at, like, let's say you did that every 10 days. Okay, let's
Oh my
think
God.
about the math on that. So 5,000, let's see, 1,750 divided by 5,000 is 35%. You are correct. But if you multiply that by 35.6, that's 35. You had 10 days. So if you divide 10 days into 356 days, you've got 35.6. So let's do 35.6. On an annual basis, that is 1,246% return. That is a phenomenal return.
Unheard of.
35%.
That
35% in 10 freaking days. That's amazing.
that was like, and it was very smooth. We looked over the paperwork. Since the original buyer fell through, there was like some discrepancies because they were supposed to close on February 5th, but they pushed it to February 9th. So this is why, like, squat up, right? You're always saying squat up. He caught that minor fact that the original purchase contract with the seller and the wholesaler was going to expire February 5th. So he's like, not that he's a scammer, but you have to be careful and do like, they need to do an addendum and change the date to February 9th, which was the actual closing date. By that time, we already confirmed with title and everything that the seller was going to come in on the 9th. So that minor, I know it's minor, and the guy was in sub too, but you just do the
You
paperwork
do the
properly.
right thing. You
Yeah.
freaking do the right thing. Doesn't matter who they are, doesn't
Yeah.
matter the situation. There's so
Yeah.
many things I love about this. And I've got a couple of questions for you, but I want to just point something out really important. So the girl, what's her name? The person that you funded?
Shy
Oh,
Griffith, Shy Kira.
okay, love her. Okay. So Shy teaches us a very valuable lesson. You don't raise money the second you need money. You raise the money before you need the freaking money.
Yes.
And so what happened was, although she's pissed off that she had a deal that fell through because she didn't have her 7,000, you, Fatou, being a great community leader, you go, hey, let's not let this happen in the future. Let me solve that problem for you. And you were smart enough to look at that from a positive standpoint of, hey, keep me in your back pocket. Let's connect. And you use the power of connection, which is something that we do in our community, to say, keep me in your back pocket. You might not have a deal today, but I'm here when you do need a deal. And man alive, Shy reaches out to you last freaking minutes, Friday night. You get the deal Saturday, basically, and you have to fund the deal on Monday. That's a really quick turnaround. But it was because she had already built the relationship with you and you would build the relationship with her that you didn't have
Yes.
to worry about the trust factor on that particular deal.
Yes. Yes. It was also like why, I was able to trust that. I mean, beside verifying the paperwork, is because like we connected before. So it's really important to connect with the people before you need anything from them. So I was like, you know what? I told her I'm gonna help. So no matter what, we're gonna get her funded. Like, I was willing to not make any money so that she can close on this deal. That's
Wow.
how like, yeah, that's how serious I wanted to help her. It wasn't just because of anything. I was like, no matter what, don't worry. But we didn't send her, we didn't end up doing it on Monday. We did it on Tuesday because on Monday morning or Sunday night we caught the discrepancy in the dates. So, there was the back and forth, and Title was like, it's fine if you send it tomorrow. But we needed to make sure that all the paperwork was good, pretty much.
I love this. And I love that the community is doing their part to keep safe. I actually am going to be hanging out in the safety merit badge tonight with
Yeah.
Melissa Palmer, and just talking about safety. And she's on like week 5 of the training. And you guys did the right thing. Like, you're going through and doing all the questions and asking all the things and helping each other out. Everybody made money in the situation. Shy, what is she doing with the particular deal? Is she holding it as a rental?
Transitional housing, which is investing with a purpose. So I was like more
Wow.
for it. Her and her partner, she has a partner. And then it was so funny because last minute, I think they were using an IRA to fund it.
Mm.
So I think on that Monday, they thought that somehow it wasn't going to get funded, but everything happened so smoothly. Like everything happened at the last moment and the deal closed on time.
Yeah, what's
It,
interesting about this too is that a lot of people that are not aware of Gator, and what I love is that you are in multiple wings of our creative university, right? You're in SubTo, you're also in Gator. And so you understand both sides, which is amazing.
yeah,
But what I love about this deal is that people would look at this and go, why wouldn't Shy just fund it herself? Well, Shy's money is tied up in a freaking retirement account, and it takes like 10 days to move the money on those things.
yeah,
She can't pull $5,000 out in one day. It takes a week or 5 days or whatever.
yeah.
So Fatou comes in and she checks out the paperwork, which then helps Shy get her first deal. What's so cool about this, Fatou, is you helped Shy get her first deal.
Yes. Yes. I was like literally like I said I'm gonna help her. I'm gonna keep my word. I don't care what I make. I don't care if I don't make any money. This deal needs to go through.
That is community right there. I'm glad you did make money. I'm glad you made the
Yeah.
35%. It also, when you get that little chunk of money, you're like, oh my gosh, like you
Oh my
probably put
God.
in 10 hours worth of work on this thing, maybe
Not
5.
even.
Okay,
Everything,
5.
not even. Everything was like maybe 20-minute phone call and then just texting mostly. I mean, we
Wow.
text
So
all the
you
time.
made, let's say you put in 2 hours worth of work, you made like
Yeah. It was
$800 an
yeah.
hour.
I would say two hours maximum. I was
Wow.
not stressing.
And you also have a permanent relationship with Shy.
You
And
know what? She
also
said,
now,
I'm her permanent gator. And
mm,
she wants to do more transitional houses for women, so she's gonna obviously it's all about the relationship because now that I proved because I had to like just help, right? I didn't go in there with the mentality, oh, how much can you give me and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna help no matter what because I saw that post and she sounded I mean heartbroken, right? So I'm like, I'm gonna help you get this deal done no matter what, so don't worry about it, I got you. So that's what happened. And then now she trusts me. There's the trust factor that I can deliver on what I said I'm gonna do. And it's on from there. Like, I'm excited
so
for her
great.
and her partner.
You're laying the foundation of your empire by building these relationships and helping people.
Yes.
And people ask me, how did you're so lucky. I'm like, I'm not lucky. I did the hard work for a long time. I built the relationships for a long time, just like you two are doing. You're like,
Yeah.
you spent a lot of time helping a lot of people, talking and connecting with a lot of people, and it starts showing up. It took me 7 years to
Yeah.
get my first deal and to start building momentum. You are so far ahead of me. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God. Sometimes I feel like I'm so delayed. It took me like a whole year to get it together, right? To figure
Oh,
out.
dude, it took me 7,
Oh,
and that's the greatest thing about our community is that like the longer you stay in, the more powerful you become and traction starts building and levels of understanding. You then
yes.
start getting to a point where you start teaching other people in the community and you're like, wait, how do I know all these answers? It's like you've put
Yeah.
in the freaking work.
Exactly. Because I lived in the vault for like the first few months, just learning. And then now like I always want to help. And then I think I was chasing the wrong avatar for a while,
What were you chasing?
wholesaling.
Yeah, I don't think that's you.
That's so, oh my, it didn't align with me. So that's why I'm like, not, yeah, no.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I
it
wish
took a
somebody
while.
told me this. I think we're the only community in real estate that actually is like, hey, you have avatars and we all work with each other.
Yes.
And as much as I tell people, hey, you probably aren't a wholesaler avatar, I think you have to go through that process to know it's not you. Was it the cold calling or with the follow up, like negotiating? What was the thing that did not resonate with you?
There was no alignment. It's so funny because I have all these relationships with all these agents. I don't have a problem having a conversation, but it's just I think on a deeper level, it didn't align with me. Like,
Mm.
it's just, there was something that was blocking me from like, because it felt like I was not being truthful. I'm not, squatting, like, I'm not squashing wholesaling or anything like that, but it just felt, it didn't align. There was no alignment. I have
what
the
is your
relationship with the agents, everything.
what does your
I'll still text
2024
them.
look like? Like now that you know your avatar better, what is your future year, 2024, 2025? What are you going to be focusing on?
PadSplit.
Oh, I freaking love Pat. I'm having so much fun with my PadSplits.
PadSplit. You know what? It resonates with me. I used to rent by the room, like for 6 years or so. And then I
Was
used
that
to,
when you were single or with your kids and your husband?
no, when I was single, I was in college.
Okay, you were in college. Okay, so you
And
were
I
doing
live
like
in New York, so everything was expensive. And I did, there's like really no dorms here because everything is a bit,
mm,
you can, there's dorms, but it's a little weird. So either you rent a place or something. I couldn't afford like a whole apartment in New York City. And then I was working full time and going to school full time. And then I had to be by myself. So I used to rent by the room. And there was like a 2 year period where I moved like 6 times because of safety reasons. Like I lived in a place where like the DEA literally was busting the neighbor house. It was just very bad and it was unsafe. So when this whole pad split movement thing came about, I'm like, I could have used that. Like
yeah.
just to be somewhere safe, right? Like
So is your
that's
focus to
me.
acquire in what market? What do you want? Where do you want
Um
to primarily buy?
I would like to buy in, not in New York. Not in New York for sure. Pennsylvania, Atlanta for
Mm,
sure.
Pennsylvania, huh? Okay, cool. I like
Yeah,
it.
I have family there, so, and I drive there.
How can people send you a deal? Like how do I reach out to Fatou?
Oh, my Instagram or text me. I can give my number.
Put it out there. Come on.
Yeah, send me a text 347-589-0459. 347-589-0459. You can just text me. It's faster because if you call, I might not pick up.
Now, guys,
Um,
do not bother her with like, "Hey, let me pick your brain." She's too nice to say no. Okay, she's gonna say yes to everybody.
yeah.
She's got kids. She's got this freaking super handsome, like buff husband. She's always taking care of him, and she's got a lot of things. She's got her own business. Send her opportunities. Here's a couple of things I would do with Fatou. Send her opportunities of sub-2 seller finance deals in Atlanta, Pennsylvania, that she can acquire as a buyer. But she also could probably help you find a buyer in a couple of those markets because she's so connected inside of our community.
Yes.
So she will wholesale or she will help you find a buyer and make a finder's fee. But I would also go to her and go, "Hey, I need funding. Like I need EMD.
Yes.
I need a construction loan. I need this. I need that. Whatever it is, money wise, go to Fatou."
Yes. 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 Please do reach out. Send me a text. Send me a message, a DM on my Instagram. I will respond. The community is awesome. I can help you.
Fatou, super proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm very grateful for you being in the community. You bring a whole added energy. We love you. We love your husband. Your kids are amazing. And
Can I just say thank you? Like you're like over here changing generation and generation lives. Like seriously, myself, my husband, my kids, their kids, like the whole line has just changed just because of one person.
well, you took action. There's a lot of people that could get the content that could be in the community that don't take the action that you do and don't have the spirit and the energy and the positivity that you have and the smile that you have. And you attract a lot of amazing things because of who you are. And no matter how hard I try or I set up, the pathway, you are the difference maker.